From childhood, we have heard many great principles, yet we still do not live well. In this life, each person is a unique existence. Often, universal principles that seem to apply to everyone are not necessarily suitable for everyone. Conversely, seemingly illogical principles often contain much life wisdom. I know your life is very busy. Nevertheless, what I am about to say is not easy to absorb, especially very difficult to fully grasp. If you only listen once, my advice is to watch until the end. Listen again and again many times when you are free. Please share and save this playlist for your convenience. Within just a few short months, your thinking will develop dramatically, reaching a whole new level. Axient Wisdom Lesson warmly greets you. In life or online, we see many unreasonable principles that seem even more reasonable. These principles are often blunt truths, but they actually reflect reality most clearly. These are things that those who have experienced much will feel deeply. Let us go through these 39 principles. As long as you are not embarrassed, others will be the ones who are embarrassed. In real life, having a thick skin is necessary. Only with a thick enough skin can you have a chance to win. Do not stop because of others' gazes. What you do may make others look down on you, even feel embarrassed for you. But if you respect yourself, you will not feel ashamed. When you strive and achieve success, in the end, those who like to mock you will be the ones who feel embarrassed. Do not be afraid to refuse others, because those who dare to trouble you are not good people. In life, you need to learn to refuse. If you can help, then help. But do not help those who are unworthy. Do not feel awkward when refusing others, because those who dare to trouble you are not good people behind your back. Therefore, when you need to refuse, refuse decisively. Iron can be forged into steel, but wood can only be ground into sawdust. What kind of person are you, and what are you suited for? Choosing the wrong direction makes all effort useless. Everyone has different circumstances, different experiences, different perceptions, so they need to choose a path suitable for themselves to succeed more easily. If the material is unsuitable, no matter how hard you try. Billionaire Zhang Kaiyang once said not to try too hard because opportunities and choices are sometimes more important than individual effort. The reason people cannot succeed is not because they lack ability, but because they choose the wrong path, pouring effort into useless things. Like a turtle on land can never run faster than a rabbit, but in water it always swims faster than a rabbit. There is not only one path to success, but if you go in the wrong direction, no matter how far you go, it is useless. Before starting anything, recognize your own abilities and clearly define your starting point. When you choose the right path and strive, you will not waste effort, and your life will become smoother. Number 4. Money is not everything, but without money you cannot do anything. In this world, 90% of problems need money to solve, and the remaining 10% need even more money to solve. The role of money in life cannot be denied. Money is not everything, but it can solve many problems in life. Most of us spend our entire lives pursuing money because it helps us achieve what we desire. Number 5. Do not overly care about others' opinions and words, because not everyone is a person. Many people care very much about others' opinions and words, but in reality, it is not important. What is important is how you view yourself. The words of those who are truly good to you can be listened to and accepted. But those who only want to look down on and criticize you, their words are not worth caring about. If you do not fight for your own dreams, you will have to work for others' dreams. In life, if you do not strive to learn and improve yourself, fight for your own dreams, then you will have to work for those who have dreams, either for your own dreams or for others' dreams. Do not hope for luck, because it will never happen. A good person needs to go through 81 tribulations to become a Buddha, while a bad person only needs to stop doing evil. This sentence means that being a good person is harder than being a bad person. A good person is always a giver, while a bad person is only a taker. Giving is hard, receiving is easy. A bad person only needs to stop taking to be praised, while a good person, if they stop giving, will be criticized. One should be good, but not too good, because being too good will make others take your giving for granted. You and a stray dog are different in that you have a home. A wandering person and a stray dog are no different. The biggest difference is that a person has a place to return to. A person without a spiritual home is like a dog without a house. Home is not necessarily a house, but a complete warm home where the soul finds peace. This is truly a place of peace. Those who wander do not have a complete warm home, leaving their hometown for life. Their souls no longer have a place to rest. Dying 10,000 times but not resigning is the type who gets angry to death every day but still does not resign. At work, those who complain a lot are often not easy to resign. They have families and children to support. The pressure is so great that they can only vent by complaining. No matter how much they complain, they still persist in working. No matter how much they are bullied, they must endure and work hard. Life is not easy for anyone. When on your shoulders are responsibilities to elderly parents and young children, with no family fortune, they can only strive to earn money. Those who bear the family cannot give up. Even if they get angry to death 10,000 times a day, they must persist. Suffering a little together with you is fine, but suffering too much is not. Many couples are like this. Two people living together suffering a little is not a problem, but if suffering too much, feelings easily break. The saying, husband and wife are like birds in the same forest. When disaster strikes, they fly apart. Though not always true, with the current high divorce rate, many young couples cannot overcome difficulties together. When difficulties become too great, some people decide to divorce to find a way to free themselves. If you cannot do it, step back. If you do not have enough ability, do not wear a hat too big for you. When you cannot do it, learn to step back, wait to improve your ability, then start again. The martial world is treacherous. Do not blindly move forward. If you do not have enough ability but still insist, you will be like many entrepreneurs who start without adequate preparation. In the end, they not only lose all their money, but also accumulate heavy debts. Some people come to teach you a lesson. In life, some people love you and bring you warmth. You must be grateful to them. But there are also people who come to hurt you. Those who hurt you help you go through difficulties and make you see the complexity of human nature, making your heart stronger in the future. You will no longer be easily hurt, and your ability to withstand pressure will improve. On the road of life, everyone you meet has their reason. Those who hurt you, leave them and see it as a lesson. Do not get entangled with petty people. Staying up late continuously will make you feel refreshed, but tomorrow morning it may send you to the crematorium. In life, what is the most important thing? Many people will say, money is the most important. Money is very important, but there is something even more important, your own health. Without health, no matter how much money you have, it is meaningless. Many young people like to stay up late, do not care about their health. They do not know how to cherish their health until they have problems. Those who have never had a serious illness do not understand that no matter how much property you have, nothing is more important than having a healthy body. Thinking that after finishing this busy period you can rest, but then another busy period is waiting for you. Human life has too many things to worry about, from family life to work, one busy thing after another. Many people have to worry about everything, raising children, buying cars, buying houses, and must always be busy to manage life. They want to rest but dare not, want to go out to enjoy the scenery but fear they will not have enough money to support. Life. Money is never enough. Therefore, when you need to rest or go out to relax, pause to take care of yourself. You need to combine work and rest. Only by combining work and rest can you have the motivation to live better. We cannot be like machines working non-stop. A life like this is something no one wants. Life has no rehearsal. Every day is live broadcast. Many people say life is like a play, but life has no rehearsal. Every minute is live broadcast. Our lives are not like movies, which can be rehearsed many times before being shown to the audience. Life is live. What is past is past. Treasure your time, fulfill your responsibilities, and strive to show your best self. Those who think they are talented do so because their circle is too small. People who think they are talented usually live in a small circle, constantly boasting about themselves. They live in a narrow world, believing no one is better than them. Even if they know there are people better than them, they do not want to admit it because it hurts their self-esteem. They only compare themselves with those weaker or of the same level, boasting about their little talent. The most thorough way to destroy family and friendship is to borrow money. Nowadays, many people are afraid to lend money because they fear the money lent will never be returned, like water poured out. Most people who borrow money and do not repay are relatives and friends, losing both family and friendship. Borrowing money is the fastest way to destroy relationships. Lending money to others not only causes harm, but also brings losses. Therefore, do not easily lend money to others, even if they are relatives or friends. Falling down is fine. You can stand up and cry again. A strong person is not one who never falls. A strong person can also fall. Before becoming strong, they have fallen countless times, but each time they fall, they stand up and continue walking. Tears still flow. Life cannot be completely smooth. There will be bumps, but you can stand up and continue. But do not lose the motivation to move forward. So-called clear beginnings and ends are simply whatever the leader says is the truth. This idiom may sound unreasonable, but it is very true. In this world, as long as you achieve success, as long as you succeed, what you say will be regarded as truth by others. If you are better than others, making them admire you, your words will become golden words. Like an employee admiring their boss, they believe everything the boss says is true, even idolizing the boss. If you crave everyone to understand you, how ordinary will your life be? In life, the person who truly understands you is only yourself. Even your closest friends cannot completely understand you. Therefore, do not expect others to understand you. Each person is a unique individual. If everyone understands you, your life is too ordinary. All your actions are predictable by others, and you will lose the meaning of life. Truly talented people do not expect others to understand them. As long as they understand themselves, it is enough. Live a little stronger because, in the end, we all must die. Are you still insecure? How long will you be insecure? Life is only a few decades. If you are insecure all the time, you will be insecure your whole life. Everyone must face death. No one can escape this fate, no matter how glorious their life is. While alive, be braver. Do not care too much about others' gazes. Live stronger, live fully. Because we live for ourselves, not to please others. Living true to yourself is the greatest mission in life. Every day brings new challenges. When facing a little difficulty, some people always think of giving up, but they do not know that ahead are even greater challenges waiting. If you cannot maintain your spirit to overcome small difficulties, you will not have the strength to face greater challenges later. Life is full of thorns, and we need the mindset and ability to overcome them. Understand that small challenges now are just stepping stones to accumulate experience for facing greater challenges later. See life as a leveling up game, where you accumulate enough experience so that when facing greater challenges, even if you cannot overcome them immediately, they will not easily defeat you. Number 24. If you succeed, everything you say is truth. If you fail, even if you have sound reasoning, it is considered nonsense. There is a saying, poor people living in busy markets have no one to ask after them, while rich people living in remote areas still have relatives visiting. Reality is like this, and when you understand that life is inherently like this, you will no longer feel heartache. Everyone desires success, and when someone succeeds, their words are seen as reasonable by everyone. We are no exception, as no one wants to hear advice from a failure. When you understand this, you will no longer engage in useless arguments. Let go of debating with others, focus on learning and acting. Wait for the right time, and you will reap success. Life is nothing more than laughing at others, then being laughed at by others. Do not fear being mocked by others. Those who mock you will also be mocked by others. Sometimes you have also mocked others who are inferior to you. In fact, we are also shallow and ridiculous. Most people have been mocked and have mocked others. So it is not a big deal. If you want to do something, just do it. Do not care about mockery. When you understand human nature, things like this will no longer surprise you. The politeness of the poor is worthless, while the arrogance of the rich is very attractive. In this material world, the politeness and deep affection of the poor seem to have no value. The arrogance of the rich makes many people feel charming. This sounds hurtful, but it is the truth. In this life, just fulfill your own duties. You do not need to try too hard to please others or care too much about their feelings, especially when you are poor. Your politeness and sincerity are not only not respected, but also seen as ridiculous. You surpass others a little, you surpass them greatly, they will admire you. An unseen person will not envy an ordinary person, but will envy another unseen person with slightly better conditions. Human weakness is hoping everyone lives well, but never wanting those around them to live better than themselves. If those around them are only slightly better, it is envy. Why do people only compare with those with similar conditions? Because these people are always around them in the same familiar circle. Those who surpass them greatly have left that circle. They can only admire them. Those who are only slightly better are still around them in the same circle. When they see others surpassing them, they become envious. A smile is an emotion. Growing up, a smile is only an expression. Our smile is due to truly feeling joy, a smile that comes from the heart. The pressure of life gradually increases, and the joy in the heart gradually disappears. However, our faces still keep a smile. This is because we have to face complex relationships. Number 29. This world exists because of you. When you are gone, the entire world disappears in your consciousness. The world we see is created by our subconscious. When the brain loses consciousness, our world completely collapses. Each person has their own world. 100 people will have 100 different worlds. However, these worlds all have similarities. Living in this world, do not be too insecure. You are the main character of your own life. The existence of others is only to prevent you from feeling lonely. Maintain optimism in life. An optimistic life is the most beautiful life, while a pessimistic life is the ugliest life. Everyone likes to see beautiful things. Living optimistically will help you overcome many problems in life, bringing you a beautiful present and a hopeful future. Life needs a little thick skin. If you always feel embarrassed and hesitant, how can you live true to yourself? On the path of growth, all of us have encountered overly sensitive people who live restrained and suffer because they dare not express themselves. At work, when encountering problems they do not understand, they are afraid to ask colleagues, affecting their work. On weekends, they want to rest at home but are afraid to refuse friends' invitations. In the end, they have to meet up while tired, making themselves even more exhausted. Life is short compared to your own feelings. Face is actually not that important. It is the cheapest thing in the world. Opportunities in life often pass quickly. If you are afraid to seize them, you will only stay in place. Living more for yourself and achieving what you want is the most worthy thing to be proud of. Number 32. A hungry person has only one worry. A full person has countless troubles. A heart that is never satisfied often encounters disasters and sorrows. Most troubles in life come from greed. Getting one thing, you want something better, forgetting what you already have. If you cannot obtain it, you suffer in pursuit, making yourself full of troubles. The world has many beautiful things, but not everything is meant for you. Truly wise people know to keep what is necessary and let go of what does not belong to them. Only then can you have peace in your heart. True happiness does not lie in how much you have, but in cherishing what you already have. Not understanding the examiner's intention means never getting a high score. Not understanding customer needs means never signing a big contract. Not understanding your partner's feelings means no matter how hard you try, you cannot maintain a good relationship. In life, we cannot avoid meeting different people as well as gradually distancing from some people. There are many reasons for distancing, but one of them is a lack of empathy. Empathy is an indispensable ability in social communication. A relationship lacking empathy, no matter how hard you try, cannot feel the other party's true needs, only making both parties more tired. People with empathy will make you feel comfortable being around them. They know how to stand in others' shoes, think carefully before giving opinions and solutions. You do not need to pretend. When a person has empathy, they also have wisdom in dealing with people. This is the pinnacle of emotional intelligence in communicating with others. You must keep smiling, otherwise all the years you have brushed your teeth are in vain. Life is like a mirror. Happiness or sadness is a choice of people. If you face it with sorrow, it will only make the present heavier and push life downhill earlier. But if you face it with a smile, you will grow stronger and move forward. A 78-year-old man famous for his bright smile, nicknamed Mr. Nice, has brought joy to countless people. However, behind his smile lies unspeakable pain. After graduating from university, Rosen was fired by the TV station for various reasons. His beloved second son also passed away due to illness. Despite this, he persisted in creating and writing stories. A falling star does not dim the whole sky. A withered flower cannot make spring barren. Life always has joy and sorrow intertwined. No one can have smooth sailing forever. Do not let temporary failures become disasters for your entire life. Everyone has difficult days, but whether you cry or laugh, it is still just one day. Smile and live each day. No matter how dark or difficult the road ahead, always remember to keep smiling. Encourage yourself, smile to face life, and you will see difficulties recede. You think others are complicated because you are not simple. There are always people complaining that others are too complicated, but rarely do they ask themselves why they find others complicated. Others are a mirror reflecting you. How you see others is because your mind contains that. The reason you think others are complicated is because you yourself are complicated. In fact, the world is not too complicated. It is human hearts that are complicated. Everything changes with the mind. Scenery arises from the heart. If your heart has beautiful scenery, your life is beautiful wherever you are. When the soul is simple, everything in life becomes simple, and life becomes easier. The higher a person's realm, the simpler their soul. In this irreplaceable life, use a simple heart to pursue ideals. Go through mountains and seas to live the life you can help people for 3 years. Feed a dog for 3 days, and it remembers for 3 years. Often, humans are not as good as dogs. Stay away from ungrateful people, because when you judge them, you will also be implicated. Although this saying sounds rude, the reasoning is very correct. We cannot avoid encountering ungrateful people. No matter how good you are to them, they only see it as natural, even willing to hurt you for personal gain. Before Mo Yan won the Nobel Prize, he was very close to his cousin and had helped him a lot. But after winning the Nobel Prize, his cousin's behavior saddened Mo Yan. His cousin not only did not rejoice for him, but also mocked him, saying he was lucky to win the prize, and went everywhere to smear and belittle him to elevate himself. Human hearts are as thin as paper. Some people are as vicious as wolves. Good and evil can change in a year. You never know if the other person comes to you with good or evil intentions. The greatest evil in human nature is not knowing gratitude. Never be kind to an ungrateful person. Emotions are never more important than interests. The best way to protect yourself is not to overestimate human kindness and not to underestimate human cruelty. Running a red light usually has 2 results. One is being 1 minute faster than others. The other is being a lifetime slower than others. In life, many people, when starting something, want to see results immediately and continuously push themselves to speed up. The result is not only exhausting their minds and bodies, but also not achieving the desired results. Korean illustrator Lee Jong-sup once went through such a period when trying to publish an illustration book. He arranged a tight schedule, not allowing himself any rest time. But the more hurried he was, the more he lost his creative inspiration and his health deteriorated. Later, he changed his focus, no longer emphasizing results, but concentrating on the creative process. He not only successfully published a best-selling book, but also held an art exhibition. Life is like a long-term marathon. What is important is endurance, not speed. Being impatient, you cannot eat hot tofu. Being too hasty often leads to the opposite result. Go slowly, sometimes you will be faster. The night-blooming cereus only blooms once but has waited all day. The cicada only sings once but has gone through many seasons. Everyone has their own blooming season. As long as you are patient, calm, and persistent, you will eventually reap sweet fruit, because we will be dead for a very long time. Some people live in sorrow all day, worrying about everything. The reason is they have too many desires. We are born with nothing and will leave with nothing. Having too many desires but taking nothing with you, is it not ridiculous? Why do people come to this world? To torment themselves or to enlighten themselves? While alive, be happier. Besides life and death, everything else is just a minor wound. A sorrowful life is a life of regret, while an optimistic life is a complete and meaningful life. When nearing death, you will understand which is more valuable, a pessimistic or optimistic life. A pessimistic person dies with regret, while an optimistic person dies with a smile and satisfaction. When you have experienced major events like birth, aging, sickness, and death, you will realize that midnight sorrows are nothing. Which truths are better known sooner? One person answered that besides birth, aging, sickness, and death, there are not many important things in life. When healthy, people often see trivial matters as big problems. But when illness strikes, they realize that what once troubled them day and night is actually trivial. Health is the most important thing in life. Health is number one. Everything else is zero. Without health, no matter how beautiful the world is, it has nothing to do with you. In life, besides life and death, everything else is just a scratch. Nothing is worth sacrificing your health. Instead of waiting until your body collapses to regret, it is better to sleep early and exercise more from now on. Having a healthy body is the greatest responsibility you can take for yourself and the best love you can give your family. This is very suitable for the saying of writer Stefan Zweig, "Truth only exists in moments. There is no eternal truth. Life changes moment by moment. The same event, each person has a different perspective. The same unreasonable principle, each person has a different level of enlightenment." Truly smart people know how to deeply understand the hidden meaning behind unreasonable principles to make life richer and more flavorful.